Siku ni kesho. The day is finally here. Tumekuwa tukingojea sana na preparing towards it. Finally, it's here tomorrow. I'm sure we are all excited. Every one of us anajua what will happen tomorrow. So the main goal tunaenda kufanya huko, or the main thing is tunaenda kufanya huko ni cooking for the VIPs, interacting with them, encouraging them, kuongea tu na wao, having fun with them and all that. So we are the pioneers of the larger group that will be helping us tomorrow. So I expect kila mtu kesho atakuwa huko. And not only that, I expect sisi ndio tutakuwa kwanza kufika kwa venue. Kwa sisi ndio tuko na event. I expect wageni wetu wenye tumeinvite wao ndio wanakuja kwanza kukanda unga ama kujua kwenye maji iko ama kukaribisha watu. So sisi ndio tunafaa kuwa huko very early in the morning. So kama kawaida tutatoka hapa hivi, tutamit hapa 6 and 6:30 ya ukweli ya mzungu tutatoka. I'm sure last time mliona venye kili happen. Watu walikuja hapa hivi and by 6:30 kila mtu alikuwa shatoka, si ndio? So the same thing will happen kesho. Tufike hapa from 6 to 6:30, then tuende kwa stage, tafuta gari, tuende. Sawa.
So thank you team, because of the great cooperation today. We've been able to do the shopping today. Since 7 a.m. we were able to go to Sokoni and we've already gotten everything. Nyama iko tayari and I believe everything else is okay. So the only thing that is remaining is for all of us to rest for today, so that tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. meet here, assemble here, so that we can be able to go to Kiboro Primary School and start doing the activities together. So thank you so much. You go guys, go rest. Patane strong kesho. Thank you. Cheers.
So my name is Margaret Junge. Today we are in Kiboro Primary School. We have an event dubbed the Easter edition. Our main target is to interact with the street families, motivate them, share a meal with them, and as well have fun, dance, play football, all that. So the number of people we are targeting today, or our VIPs today, is 2,000 plus street families who will be able to share a meal with. As you can see from the background, people have already started preparing meals for them, cooking chapati. We intend to cook so many chapati, more than 7,000 today. The foundation is not hosted or where it comes from. It's not in Mathare. It comes from Kawangware. It's only that it has spread its wings to other places where the street families are, because it's not only in Kawangware where we have street families, we have them all over. So we are spreading our wings in other slum areas where we can be able to inspire and motivate them, have fun. Because Easter is a time of giving. A lot of people give back to the society during that time, during the Easter holidays, apart from any other holiday that we have. Our main aim is to have these holidays and share them with the street families, because most of them don't have a place to call home apart from the streets. Just giving them a homely vibe, a homely event, an event that the main target people is them, is really important. And it creates an impact because they feel that someone somewhere sat down and thought about them. Mine is to wish everyone a happy Easter, and to make sure that they have fun, to make sure that today they live inspired and to have inspired someone else.
Hi, my name is Alice Mbeyu, well known as Zalena in the Zora series of Citizen TV. Today I joined iSTREET charity group for this very wonderful occasion. I was able to help, just do a bit of chapati and stew and serving. And it's a worthy cause because they have helped feed many street children, many street families. Apart from feeding them, they have clothes for the street families. And I believe this will go a long way to help them. And amongst the iSTREET charity group, we had partnerships. Partnership from Petans College. We also had caterers. We had young people who were able to give their services. And I felt that this is the right place to be. Personally, I feel this is the right thing to do, and it is a worthy calling. It is a ministry. God has commanded us to help the less fortunate in our society. And I believe you don't need to have a lot of money in order to help in any charity organization or in charity circumstances. And I thank God that I was able to be part of this very important group. When I came in, first of all, I had to greet everyone. I love greeting people. I don't know, it is in me. I learned it from my grandmother, my mother, our people. We love greeting. And just showing that smile is very important. There's somebody who needs that smile because maybe he or she came from home feeling so burdened and all that. When you give a smile, the person feels so happy and feels appreciated and at home. Then the other thing I did, I went and there were chapatis that were being done. So I had the pleasure of doing, in a few minutes I had done 10 chapatis, you can imagine. And then from there I walked to the end, to the corner where they were doing stew. So there was meat stew, there were tomatoes, onions, carrots and so on. So I had to mix. So it was an awesome experience because I have never stirred food with a big, it was really very hectic for me because the mwiko, I don't know, you call it what? Yeah, that one, it was big, and the sufuria was almost 75 kgs. So I had learned something, that these people, we need to appreciate them.
Kwa majina naitwa Zongoto. Mi niko iSTREET. Mi nakuaga na deal na logistics na entertainment. So leo ilikuwa siku event on 16th, leo Easter. Tulikuwa tuko Mathare hapa Kiboro Primary School. Tulirauka 6 asubuhi, tukakuja hapa, tukaanza kukanda unga, tukapika chapati, tukapika stew. Imekuwa siku moja poa sana. Tukacheza ball, tuka have fun. Imekuwa siku poa sana tumespend. Pia tumeleta joy kwa uso ya mtoto mwenye hakuwa anajua leo atafanya nini. Pia watu wametokea sana. Watu wengi wametokea wenye wamepartner na sisi. Ma volunteers walikuwa kibao. Tunashukuru sana wenye wote walitokea. So imekuwa siku successful. By 6 tulikuwa hapa. Tuka prepare chai, tukaprepare watu hii uji, alafu tukaanza kuprepare vitu tuangekula saa 7 na imekuwa successful. Tumepika chapati 3 na zimeisha, pilau, mchele, stew, imekuwa siku poa yani, imetubamba very serious.
It has been a worthy activity. There have been so many people who have come to help, and I met with many street families that are their stories are very pathetic. There are those who have children and they are very young. There are those who are elderly and maybe they have been neglected. There are those who are sickly. There are those who maybe might want to go to school and they're not able to go because of lack of money. There are those who have no clothes. I even met others who don't have shoes. And then the conditions they live in is really pathetic. So if you help someone, you can brighten their lives, you know. And even listening to them as they talk, as they share their stories, I believe it is very important to do that so that you can be able to understand them better. There's so much, just check in your wardrobe, check in your house. There are some things that you don't need. Why don't you purpose to give out to the less fortunate? When you give, God blesses you. God remembers you. And it is even a command that we should give to the less fortunate. And when we give, God blesses us.
Mimi kusema asanti, especially kwa vijana wazee, vijana wa white, jumuko juu. Mumeng'ang'ana na hiyo unga mpaka mmetoboa. Ndio mara yenu ya kwanza. So niko Mathare. Sisi tunajitahidi sana, ndio president. Pigeni president makofi kwanza. Wewe! Hujakosea. So mkaribisho sana. Sio wakati tunadeal na watoto wa street na wazae, watu wazee. So wakati tunadeal nao sio kuwapea tu food, ni kuongelesha, kufanya kitu cha integration. Integration ni kuongelesha mtu huyu kama anarudishwa shago, tunamrudisha, kupeleka rehab pia ni yetu, pia tunafanya na partners ambao wanafanya rehab. Tukiwapatia chakula tunaongelesha, tunapata mtu mmoja ama wawili ambao wanataka, si ndio? Sio kuwapea tu chakula. Hata leo hatuko tunapea tu chakula. Chakula unaweza kupea kila siku na watatoka kwa street. Tunapata chakula tukiwaongelesha, na raha yetu ni kushinda, si ndio? Tukienda kushinda mtu mmoja ama wawili, si ndio raha yetu? Hebu tupigie makofi watu wa Odhiambo kwanza. Aha, la pili, sijaona mtu amenijamu leo. Leo nimeona watu wamechangamuka. Hakuna mtu hajafanya job. Kila mtu amefanya. Kuna watu wengine wanapenda kulalia job kwa jalalia leo. Madai watu wa Odhiambo, tupigieni makofi mjalalia. Aha. Sasa kuongea sana Mwasi na timu yako na ni wadhank sana. Mshakuwa na watu wakula chapo 5. Leo ni wana watu wanakula chapo 5 pale nje wakapepa, si ndio? Juu hii timu ni mbaya, si ndio? Hii timu ya iSTREET nyinyi noma. Hakuna timu kama nyinyi. Mnafanya chapo bora mara moja sana, miaka mingi, lakini nyinyi ni wadedi. Mmeweza kijiji, last time tufanya mlango kubwa pia mliweza kijiji. Watu wa kijiji wamekula na unaona kama kuna mtu amesema hajakula. Wamekula na wakabeba. Hata hapa tumebeba hata sisi hapo. Unajua hapa So kama hujabeba shauri yako, si ndio? Wapei mazee, masten. Mmebeba hapo. Lazima. Okay. So wamebeba Mwasi, ni lazima. Okay, ni uongo ndio kuendelea, alimewaendelea. Okay, sawa. Kwa sababu la tumebeba. So sitakuja sana. Your time mmoja amesema nisiongee sana. Na kuongea na kupiga makelele. Na wote tuendelee kushikana hivyo hivyo. Hii siku mara yenu ya mwisho kukam. Palimuko kama mko vita malimuko. Wazee muendelee kupreach mambo ya watu wengi mnaongelesha. Msione kama ni dangerous. Watu wapo tu. Ile time inakataa kukaa. Pengine naongelesha mtu mmoja akachange, si ndio? So raha yetu tuko na kama tumechange mtu mmoja au wawili, tuwapeleka shule. Kama una space sisi tuko nayo. Mko huko vita kama palimuko Juja. Kama umeona mtu yeye anataka kuchange na kuna mahali ya kumpeleka, sisi tuko na place ya kumpeleka, sawa? Mnaenda Twitter, mnaenda pata namba yetu mara moja, ukatusaidia mletee watu ambao wanataka kusoma, si ndio? Barikiwa sana Mwasi na timu yako. Match na mkuje tena na tena Mwasi, na hapo mtakuja tena mwezi wa 8 baada ya election, tena tutakampena, si ndio Mwasi? Naona mtakuja na tutafanya makubwa kushinda haya. Asanteni sana sana.
So my name is Amwangi Moirore. I'm the founder
of iSTREET Foundation, which was launched back in the year 2017 after a great need to the plight of the less fortunate, especially the street families. I have been in the world of community service for the last 10 to 15 years, and basically I would say that the area of need, especially for the street families, has been one of the areas that has been widely neglected by the society. Even the guys who do community work, not many would be comfortable, especially doing a street program. That is why we found a need to ensure we can be able to come together and see how we can be able to raise awareness towards the street population. It's quite alarming to see how every day as the sun shines and it sets, we are having more and more street families in our streets. So today, like many other days that you've been doing before, we are here to share a meal with the street families in Mathare. Mathare is one of the areas that is densely populated, and of course with those kind of situations, you realize street families also become many. So we have a huge number of street families and adjacent, actually even in the other adjacent areas, and you realize it is quite alarming to see how some of these things are going on. If you look at, if you carry out some few statistics and surveys, you realize poverty is is the highest contributor to street population. Today, if you look at our country and the statistics of the government statistics, you realize we're having more people who lie under the poverty index. And of course, as we're also having more people in the poverty index, we're also getting more and more people in our streets. So most governments, especially the national and even the county governments, are able to do very little in terms of policy development, in terms of implementation of some of those laws and policies, and it's quite difficult for them. I think even it's we are not getting what we would want to get from our community leaders. That's why us as community leaders in the other areas, we are gathering together and mobilizing resources, mobilizing our friends and our families to come together and see how we can be able to alleviate some of these situations that are going on in the streets. We are here today in Mathare. We were targeting around 2,000 street families, and apparently as we could look and as we could count on the number of plates and some other things, some other indicators that we had, we have managed to feed not less than 3,000 street families who are in Mathare, and they are quite excited. It really fulfills our heart to see that we are able to put a smile on a street life. Just even one soul, a soul that feels that afternoon they've been able to feed on a hot meal, they've been able to feed on meals that have been prepared by young people with so much love. It's quite encouraging and it's quite impressive to see that. So we need to continue doing the same. As we are also doing this, we are also giving them a platform to speak out. We are giving them a platform to express themselves in some other different areas, activities like football. We also allowing them to dance. Those who can be able to sing, we are allowing them to sing. And in any other area, they can be able to express themselves. So we are here to also bridge the gap between the street families and the other ordinary citizens. We are here to ensure that we might not be able to remove all the street families from the streets, but we can be able to bridge that gap, to know that
you as a citizen, as an ordinary citizen, the distance between you and being in the streets is as slim as slim. So we need to ensure that we are bringing people, especially everyone else, to know that they are probably very lucky not to be in the streets, and also to ensure that even those who are in the streets, they're not there wrongly. They're there because of some circumstances that we can still, if we can be able to come together, we can ensure that we're able to alleviate them and ensure that they can be able, even when they are in the streets, that we can be able to keep them in a good, healthy, secure environment. I'm looking forward to see where county government are working with the street families, especially to do things, manual jobs like cleanup, river cleanup, street cleanup, installation of manual things like electricity poles and such like things. So we continue raising the awareness and the plight of the street families so that we can ensure our street is safe for them. They feel safe for them because they are still our brothers and our sisters. We need to love them, we need to show them some love, and we need to continue being part of them so that we can bridge that gap. And at the end of the day, I believe we are going to help them, and even us, we are going to be helped as wherever we are. Let us appreciate life, let us appreciate the situation that we are in, and also try as much as possible to become better and better in life. So today, we've had partners who came on board. We've had Petans Institute, which came on board, and they had a full bus with members of their school who came on board to help us raise some of the funds that we are using today, and also helped us to cook with the boys and also to mentor the boys here in the streets. We also had Tropical Hits. When they saw this on the social media, they came on board and they gave us more than 2,000 crepes, where they make them from in Limuru. They called us yesterday. They gave us overwhelmingly those donations, and they were well received. They've been able to feed. We've been able to give all our street boys. We've been able to give even all the guys who we were working with, and I would say that Tropical Hits have done a very great job, and that small gesture that they've done has gone a long way, and I believe that moving along, we are going to continue working with them. World Hope Center Church, the pastors there have always been supportive. Anytime we are inviting them, they are always there for us. They've always been there to advise us. They've always even been there physically to come and share a word with the volunteers and even with the street boys. So we want to say thank you to them and for their support and for their love to the community. So World Hope Ministries, may God bless you. Vapor Ministry also, they've always been supportive to us. They've sent us guys who have come on board to come and support us. They've bought us some few things, and we have been working with them, and it has been a great success to work with them. Delightsome Group today was those are the guys who hosted us today, and they've really helped us to coordinate the boys. They've helped us in terms of security. They've helped us even in coordination and logistical challenges that we could have gotten, and we thank God to have these guys. Having them doing this in Mathare for the past so many years. They always do it every day here in the streets. They feed them on uji, they feed them on food on Saturdays, and it's not a small thing. So we want to thank Delightsome Group for their intervention and having to work with them all along. Thank you. We really want to thank them for their support. We also have other groups that came on board. We have a food basket team that came on board, and they've really helped us in some of the works that we are doing today, and we are so happy. So Show Some Love team was here, and we are delighted. We also had the Zero Street population which came on board, and I think we've done a great job, and I believe in future we'll be able to have, if it is possible, we'll be able to have a consortium of many organizations which will be coming on board together to ensure we are able to pool resources together, pool even our minds together, so that we can have a strategy on how we can be able to alleviate some of the needs that we are having. When we need to approach the government, when we need to approach the members of the society, it will even be much easier for us to do so. So we are grateful to God for such a successful event today. Today I think we've recorded not less than 600 volunteers who came on board, and we've been able to feed not less than 3,000 street families. So it was quite a success. We are grateful to God that the event is a success. We are done, and everything has gone out in the right way and in the right direction. So we are planning for the next day. We might be having the launch of this organization in a few coming days, which we are going to report to our members, and we are also planning to have more and more engagement in future for the street family. So we thank everyone who came on board. We thank the organizers, the guys who gave us this field. We thank them because of their gratitude and their love to ensure that we've held an event as successful as today. So thank you so much, guys, and God bless you.
So thank you, iSTREET, for having me. I've had an awesome time. It was nice just going around, seeing people cooking lots of chapatis, stew, and seeing the people, brighten, their faces brighten when they were eating. There are those maybe who had not eaten for a week, and they were looking so, so tired and sick. But when they saw the food, they were so happy. Some of them even carried food home. The food was plenty. So I have learnt a lot. I have enjoyed myself, and I can tell you one thing: you will not make a mistake if you give, and it will add value to your life, and God will bless you. So thank you very much. I wish the iSTREET family a blessed time, and I pray that God will continue to bless their ministry, and any ministry that is there that is giving to the less fortunate, may God bless you. Thank you very much.